Hi, and welcome back to Hit or Miss Hallmark Movie Reviews.
Happy countdown to Christmas. It's winding down.
Yes.
You know, I complain that we're always like falling behind or I'm way too exhausted to watch another Hallmark movie, but I'm getting a little sad that it's almost over.
Yeah, you're gonna miss it.
I think I will, totally. Today we are reviewing
Magic in Mistletoe, starring Lindy Greenwood and Paul Campbell.
Paul Campbell. How lovely is it to finally see Paul Campbell? We've missed him.
Very much.
We are huge fans of him, as I'm sure everyone else is.
The writer here is Sky Blair, and this is their first Hallmark movie.
Very cool. The director here is Paula L. Some other credits include In Merry Measure, we liked that one, The Song to My Heart, and The Christmas Contest.
Oh, yeah.
With our good old friend there. CCB, CCB. So, what's this one about?
Harrington is the author of an incredibly successful book series, but commercial success has left him a bitter recluse. After an ornery tweet leaves his reputation tarnished, he returns to his hometown for an annual Christmas festival, joined by April, a publicist for the publishing house he works with.
One of those.
Tis. I like those stories where somebody like follows them home to their hometown.
Oh, yeah.
What did we
We've
think?
definitely seen this before. You know, this is an interesting little movie we have here. It's interesting for how timely it is. Or maybe like, I should say, on trend might be a better description. You know, in the age of celebrities haphazardly using Twitter or X as their venting machine, this movie is about just that. Well, it's Hallmark's take on being canceled, really.
Canceled at Christmas.
In particular, with this story, I couldn't help but think of J.K. Rowling, another famous author making controversial statements on Twitter.
I love her. I love the stuff she says.
I know.
She's funny.
She definitely pushes some buttons, but you know, mind you, this was much less provocative than what she was saying. You know, here the worst thing that Harrington is saying is that Christmas is too like commercialized, or it's become excessively focused on money.
But I
true anyway.
I understand the drama there because the voice of Christmas, or like
yes, because he writes all these magical Christmas books, and then you're going against everything.
It's literally like J.K. Rowling being like, there's no magic, even though people know that.
Well, still the similarities there. I wasn't actively thinking about J.K. Rowling while watching this, but it only occurred to me after watching it. But still, I thought it was a funny connection.
I was actually thinking more of Paul Campbell.
Well, I was, you know, it's also kind of reminiscent of our lead, Paul Campbell. He said something on another social media platform about, I think it was a review of one of his movies.
It wasn't, his tweet wasn't bad. He just deleted it because it seemed mean or whatever. You know, he's definitely the type of person that will snark back at on social media, and I like that about him. But it almost felt special because it seemed as if Paul Campbell was sort of playing himself. Like he always comes off natural and doesn't seem like he's acting, but his performance felt somewhat more personal than we've seen from him. Yeah, personal.
That's a good way.
And I loved it.
Yeah, I really liked this one. I succumbed to its charms, mainly because of Paul Campbell.
Yeah.
And for the simple, straightforward narrative. You know, nothing excessive about it, nothing incredibly new or fresh either. But, you know, I thought the writing and the performances kept me engaged enough to enjoy it. I liked it.
Yeah, this film was like just full of genuine, honest writing and performances, minus all of the extra fluff that we usually see with Christmas movies. But it still had the Christmas vibe because of the content.
I liked that this movie also wished for the same thing we tend to wish for in movies.
Wish for a magical Christmas.
So yeah, I liked the subtle use of Christmas magic in this one. Magical realism, maybe, to borrow a literary term.
This is as close to Christmas magic as you can get without the twinkles that I mentioned.
It's everyday life being punctuated with moments of magic, not like full-on magic like the fairies, for instance.
Christmas fairies is a nice
symbolic magic. You know, I normally like full throttle magic. Don't get me wrong, I love that. But I wasn't expecting that here anyway. I just liked how they weaved in some references to magic in an otherwise, very real story.
But it felt magical. They managed to make the magic work in a symbolic way that still felt like true Christmas magic.
Yeah, I think so too. This is kind of a slow burn for Hallmark anyway. I heard a lot of people online said it was boring or. Yeah,
I don't think they appreciated it for what it was.
Yeah, the tension in the relationship here develops over time. And it's not overtly obvious that these two like each other. I mean, we obviously know that it will happen, they will get together. Yeah. But sometimes we get subtle hints of that along the way, but I didn't actually see a lot of that here. In fact, in true trope form, that's hard to say, they hate each other at first. So we have like an enemies to lovers scenario first, right?
At least. I mean, yeah, the two leads have a tumultuous relationship basically the entire movie. But it was actually refreshing to see the story unfold in somewhat of a believable fashion for once.
Yeah, that's why I liked the pace of it. The slower pace is a little bit more true to life.
The arc was a lot, more violent, but it took the whole movie.
The essence of Christmas is often overshadowed by monetary concerns. That's the main theme in this one. And I'm not sure if they adequately addressed this in the film. And they definitely had Harrington take back his opinion, very quickly. It seemed to be resolved too quickly for me. I think what would have been better is if he showed the town, the true meaning of Christmas or what Christmas meant to him, the genuine spirit of the holiday. It doesn't need to be overshadowed by presents or money or whatever. Show the town.
Well, no, but I think the whole thing was that he had to be shown by the town. He had to re-experience it for himself.
Did they actually show it to him? I wanted it more head-on addressed. You know what I mean? It just seemed to wrap up and then in the end he just concedes to the powers that be and I shouldn't have said that. It was just in the moment and
Yeah, but they set up the whole legal battle thing. That's why he was upset in that other scene. It didn't seem out of place for him to eat the humble pie so quickly when he thought he was going to get sued.
I didn't like that part. I didn't like that part of the story.
But that was the realism of it.
Even if you think you're going to get sued, fine, go back to the hometown. But then while you're at the hometown, maybe kind of not prove that you were right by any means, but show them what Christmas really means to you in your way.
Well, that is what happened.
I didn't see that. Anyway, that was my only real critique of this one, though. I just thought they didn't resolve it and address that issue head on.
I thought all the stuff they did with the tie-in stuff they did with the book, the characters based on his friends and the costumes and
I did like
the whole town. I thought that made the movie feel a little more special as well.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
So should we get to performances?
Yeah. So Paul Campbell has excelled at comedy. We know this in his acting and in his writing. But, we get a different Paul here. A more kind of somber, morose, even guarded Paul.
Guarded Paul.
Yeah, guarded Paul. And I, for one, am here for it. I like him flexing his acting chops because he's a great actor. He's my standout here for sure. I want to see him lean into more sentimental roles. I love the more emotional scenes. I appreciate the depth to his character, who is essentially still grieving after the loss of his mom and actually both of his parents. I felt his sadness. Yes, we know him when he's funny. Yes, we love seeing him in comedies, but he's a well-rounded, versatile actor, so let him branch out. And this is mainly directed to all the people who I saw online criticizing him, I was expecting a comedy. I like Paul when he's funny. Yeah, I read that. And I was he's an actor. Let him act. Let him do different things.
Literally my entire job.
But you know what? Maybe
he's good at it.
Maybe that's why we don't see him as much, and we only see him once or twice a year.
Well, that's a real shame. It's a real shame.
Anyways, I want to shout out Lindy Greenwood as April. I thought she did a great job.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see more of her. But my standout is Paul Campbell. Forever and always.
I know. It's so hard.
I mean, he might be the only Hallmark lead who can play a jerk without seeming childish.
Yeah.
And he did it perfectly in this film while still managing to be charming as I can't get enough Paul Campbell, and I don't think he could possibly do enough movies to make me happy. So I'll take whatever I can get.
Whatever, yeah.
And also, I liked the longer hair.
I know. I saw people criticizing his hair too.
People criticize everything.
I mean, everyone's a critic.
I guess that's kind of what we're doing.
Let's get to Nit Picky, Hit Picky. Let's go. Okay, this is such a small nit, but I made the comment out loud while I was watching this. The window in Harrington's front door to his house, and actually all the windows around his house, they're so exposed and open and big. Anyone can literally look inside your house. And for a famous author who's also a recluse and who's kind of in hiding even more so right now, you would think you would prioritize privacy, right?
You didn't see the turrets on the roof?
No, what was that?
I mean, no, not if you want a view of the fairies. Remember, he said at the end of the movie, he specifically built that house on the property on a hill.
Why do you need all those windows to see outside?
Why would you not have those windows if you built your property on a cliff?
No, but usually celebrities are definitely more discreet.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
they don't have that many windows. Remember when she comes to the door and she knocks and he's just sitting in his living room reading a book? She's just literally staring at him, sitting in his front area.
I mean, I think it makes more sense for the location of the place.
Nah, I would have had a little bit, some blinds at least.
That's why you have a panic room.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously.
I guess.
Okay, Nit. Harrington's boyhood journal looks like so old.
I think I said, is that from the 1800s or something?
It looked like the Necronomicon. The props department really went to town on that. I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, wow, it's like thousands of years old.
I know, like, it shouldn't be that old.
Wasn't it in a fire?
How old should it be? Maybe 40 years?
Well, you know, like when you do an old school project, it's like, oh, we're gonna make these pages look old. I used too much tea.
They took it to an extreme.
Burn the edges.
The prop department's like, let's just make it look super old.
Damn, it's too old. We have no more pages.
We don't have a budget for anything.
I also thought it was funny that they used all Paul's like press and social media photos for the book covers and promos. I was
In fact, you know what? When I saw some of those promos, I said, I definitely have used that photo of Paul Campbell in our videos.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Which was kind of funny. I was like, oh my God, that looks like it's from our video. That's funny.
Felt like it.
Hit. The cameos,
Obviously.
they keep coming. Right away, we see the one and only Kimberly Sustad, who we adore. And Kimberly and Paul together is always kind of a fun, cheeky time because it seems like they have the same kind of like dry, sarcastic humor, you know? And here she actually says, like to the character of Harrington, you know, writing by yourself has brought you some bad luck or, you know, whatever. I don't know the exact words, but kind of insinuating that he should take up a writing partner. And of course, they were writing partners in real life. Three Wise Men, a Baby.
Yeah.
So that was a fun little cheeky moment there.
That was pretty funny.
I liked that.
Oh yeah, we also saw Oliver Rice here.
Yes, and we've seen him before. Wedding Veil Expectations, he was her boss, remember?
Yeah.
And 8 Gifts of Hanukkah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he was in that one with Beth and Joy Lenz, where he was the cranberry farm one. Or no, the poinsettia. Poinsettias
Is he
for Christmas.
poinsettias?
He was in that too.
Oh my God, are you sure? Because I didn't see it listed.
We'll have to look, but I'm pretty sure he is.
We'll have to confirm that one.
Yeah, I really like Oliver Rice.
Yeah, I like him too.
Hit. The AI joke when Harrington was on stage.
Another timely thing.
Yeah, that was well placed, and I'll play it here.
Sometimes I wish I could just plug my brain into a machine and have it generate ideas for me.
Hit. We definitely need to try cinnamon sugar on s'mores.
I feel like we don't have s'mores enough to...
Yummy. We never eat s'mores, really, but this is an
want
excuse to eat more s'mores and try cinnamon sugar on there. That was the secret that he put on there.
Maybe I'll try cinnamon sugar on my s'mores ice cream.
That sounds good.
All right, well, let's get to the Christmas list.
Yeah. Christmas party or gathering?
Indeed,
Yes.
few. Ice skating.
No. Tree decoration, picking out the perfect tree.
Yes. It was kind of an awkward one, but...
Yes.
Santa Claus.
I didn't see a Santa here. Are we wrong?
I
That's
didn't
very
spot
strange.
him.
Not even in the town walking around? No.
Well, it was more about the characters of the book, right? They were they were more specific.
Yeah. Okay. Hot beverage. I didn't see a hot beverage.
I didn't see one, but I feel like we would have missed it. I feel like somehow.
Maybe in the background somewhere. That's weird. In almost every single video, there is a hot beverage, and I did not see that here.
I feel like we're bad at this list.
No, I'm keeping notes while we're watching it.
Snowball fight or snowman?
No. Christmas market. Yes.
Yeah. A Christmas carol.
Yes, there was. The children's choir at the school.
Yeah.
Singing a carol. Mistletoe kiss.
This seems like a missed opportunity,
This is a missed
but it also
opportunity
might have
for
been
sure.
a little on the mistletoes.
Nose.
Missile nose?
On the missile nose. Yes, a little too on the nose, but it would make sense if we saw it in here. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, that's
I am
true.
surprised that it's not in here.
A character obsessed with Christmas. I mean, I think you're wrong on this one.
Okay, so
I think
you
yes.
said yes because it's supposed to be him. He's just lost his way.
No, but also
The town?
Also April. She was a Christmas nut.
Was she?
Yeah, she was obsessed with the book, and like her whole driving force was.
She was a groupie for him, right? That's what she said?
Yeah. So that
Okay, sure, we'll give this a yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Holiday tradition. Well,
Right.
yes, we have the Mistletoe Festival.
Mm-hmm.
There was something about eating cinnamon
Pralines?
pralines
Oh, yeah, the nuts,
before.
the
Yeah,
hot
the nuts.
nuts.
Yeah, there was
I
a few
like it.
festivals in here. It was nice.
For sure. And Christmas magic. I say this one gets an
yes,
honorary Christmas
an
magic
honorary
badge
one, sure.
because, you know.
It wasn't the magic that we traditionally see or
No, but
expect
it
to
was,
see. It was more like a magical feeling, magical symbolism, magical realism.
I felt the magic.
Then 7.
7.
Yeah.
Pretty good score.
Not bad.
All right, do you want to bring
Christmas
up the
meter.
Christmas meter? Oh, hi.
So I'm going to give magic and mistletoe. You know, I'm feeling a high 7 to a low 8. Maids of Milk.
When are you doing this? Pick one.
I'm honoring Anthony Fantano here.
That's stupid.
That's what he does when he rates albums, but I'm going 8 Maids of Milking, fine.
Okay, fair. I was gonna say, this movie made you cry. You can't really.
I did get teary-eyed. I did, yeah.
And I'm going to give Magic and Mistletoe 9 Ladies Dancing.
Oh, good.
Thank you from Paul Campbell.
Yes, we love Paul Campbell. We love seeing him in anything. We appreciate everything he does. We like him flexing his acting chops. We liked this one. I think it's worth a watch for sure.
Definitely, but let us know what you thought. Where would you rate it on the Christmas meter?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
If you haven't already.
Yes.
And we'll see you next episode.
Very soon. Bye.
Bye.